5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hey, what's up, everybody? This is DJ Anthony, and you are watching This Business Show. Yeah, it says it right here. This Business Show. How's it going, everyone? So, I've been in business about 29 years, going on 30 years. I own multiple businesses. I'm a small business owner. And so, today, our topic is how is Starbucks still in business on today's show? So, I'm not the biggest Starbucks fan, okay? But I like Starbucks. I'm not a coffee snob, I like to, make my rounds. I'm at this cafe, that cafe. I don't discriminate. Starbucks is good. I'm not complaining. But, I say to myself, again, some people you're watching, you might, I hate Starbucks. It's whatever. But you got to give the devil their due. I mean, they're still around and they're doing very well with thousands of locations worldwide. So, I mean, how do they do it? Because their coffee is expensive. So whether you like it or not, it's a little bit of an anomaly because, in this day and age in America, everything's about cheap prices, disposable, cheap, lowest, hey, coffee for $1, coffee for a penny, free coffee, So, I mean, how does Starbucks do it? I mean, they charge, sometimes you're paying over $5 for a cup of coffee, So let's peel back the layers here. And it's not luck. I mean, Starbucks is, again, they're earning it. They got a following, and it's not a few people. So, and it's not to say that other coffee brands aren't good, but whether you like Starbucks or not, they're killing it. They're doing great. So why is that? So I think it comes down to it has little to nothing to do about the coffee. I think it has to do with everything else. It's an experience. That's what you're paying for. Whether you like it or not, whether you know it or not, whether you agree with it or not, that's what you're paying for, an experience. Now, a cynic can say, shit, what experience? What are you on vacation for 10 weeks? It doesn't matter. Whether it's 10 weeks or 10 minutes, it's an experience. It's all relative. So Starbucks, what they do well and what they understand is what I call like the McDonald's effect. Let's be honest. I mean, is McDonald's hamburgers like, filet mignon, organic, grass fed? No, so it's not so much about the product as it is about the experience. So McDonald's does that well too. And I'm not saying McDonald's is bad or good or anything. I'm just saying the experience of it. It's an experience. And McDonald's gets that. Disney gets that. Starbucks gets that. So everything is surrounded by that. So when you go, and this is why Starbucks has been in business so long and doing well already, everything from the way the doorknob feels, the door handle when you open the door to the Starbucks, the way the color schemes are, the windows, they're clean or they have advertisements in it, the font of the letters, the smell of the store, the look of the store, the audio of the store, what's playing, So a chair is not a chair. Next time you go to Starbucks, look at the chair. That's not a random by luck. Somebody curated that chair. Someone selected that chair. The wood, the feel. It's not a plastic chair. It's not a Joe's Cafe down the corner, which is also a type of experience, right? So McDonald's, I'm about to say McDonald's, Starbucks understands that. So everything from the feel of the store, the look of the store, the smell of the store, the sound of the store, how the bathrooms look, how the tiles look on that bathroom wall, the way the menus are, the way the baristas and how people dress behind the counters, the way the counters look, the way the counters feel, the way the cup feels, the way the cup looks, the way the cup and the lid rest in your mouth. There are some places where you get a cup of coffee, the lid barely fits. It's hard to put on the cup. Starbucks, they don't have that problem. It's a premium product. They're getting a very expensive lid, a very expensive cup. This is why things are $5. The way they pay their staff. Okay, so generally speaking, we like to make jokes. The Starbucks staff is, they're cranky. No, most of them are not. Maybe you're cranky. Starbucks staff, and I go to a lot of these Starbucks all across the tri-state area here, New York City area, pleasant, professional, more than often than not, the way they look, and they're getting that type of better employee, better staff because they pay them better. I understand they're not billionaires, but they're paying their staff better. Starbucks is known generally for that. So that all trickles down to the experience of the customer. You see the names on people's, vests. I know it's nothing new, but all these things aggregated and add up to that experience. And that's why Starbucks can charge you $5 or more in this world of cheap everything. They're the antithesis. They're saying, no, we're going to charge a premium and people are going to love it. The way the app works. Okay. So all of these different things that come into play, why Starbucks is doing so well. And I would say it's a great company. Again, you don't have to love it. It's just a great company. Other things I would say is also the price. you could, again, this is counterintuitive, but oh well, it cost whatever, five, six, seven, eight, $9 for a cup of whatever, frappo moco latte pa. What, it's sometimes three times the amount of its competitors. But right there, that price subconsciously makes you think you're getting something better when you may or may not be getting something better, but the price is also a type of marketing and advertising. So, on top of course, they're advertising on commercials and all this stuff, but everything, the marketing aspect of it, marketing is different than advertising. It's a whole nother show. But again, the feel, the smell, the look, that's a type of marketing, that Starbucks experience. And that's what you're paying for, So it's an inviting store. They often say, third place, meaning you have home, you have work, and then you have this third place that you go to, where you meet friends or you read a book or whatever. That's all part of the ambiance. Even the customers sitting reading their books or magazines, they're helping part of this experience. It's a laid back feel. And you don't have that feel in too many other coffee places, And so that's that ethos, that vibe that Starbucks is curating, and that's not by chance, not by mistake. Everything is done with purpose, So it's kudos to them. They get it. They're kind of the Ferrari, the Bentley of the coffees. Again, you don't have to like it, but it is what it is. And they've been around not by luck, by design, and obviously through the hard work from the top down. But I would also say, and I have my little notes here too, why I think they're so successful. But yeah, I mean, I think I covered everything, So I mean, they really they get it, And in my businesses too, as I've gotten older and through the years of my businesses, I've tried to copy that Starbucks effect. Everything from how I answer the phone. It's not just it's like, hey, good afternoon, like happy, joy, speak clearly, get back to customers within 24 hours. When you meet a customer, hey, how about take a shower, look nice, look happy, look presentable. This might all seem like, of course, but so many places, so many businesses, small businesses drop the ball like this. Starbucks doesn't. Starbucks is a billion dollar business for a reason. They understand processes. They understand, to making the customer experience be an obvious one that we take for granted, but it's there, So they understand that chemistry and that duplicity to copy that and make another store, and the feedback and all those different things, I mean, and again, arguably it's not that great coffee, I mean, it may or may not be. That's up to you and me. But I mean, even their pastries and their cookies and stuff. I mean, I don't know. My opinion, I've had better, but it's not about that. Again, it's about that experience. So really, you're paying not for the pastries, not for the coffee. You're paying for everything else, and that coffee is the last 5% or 1%. So you got to look at it that way. That's what that is. I always often say it's like Corvette and a Ferrari. The brand new Corvette as of this show is as good as any Ferrari or Lamborghini so far as the numbers 0 to 60 and top speed. But let's be honest. I mean, as good as Corvette is, it's not. It's not a Lamborghini so far as fit, finish, the duration, the quality. Again, generally speaking, so there's a reason you get what you pay for, and so, but there is some parsing out there because, as I said, coffee is, you might think Starbucks is okay, and I don't think it's my favorite coffee, but I understand, and so does Starbucks. They understand that experience, that everything that comes into play, the packaging, so to speak, like Apple does, and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So that's why Starbucks is so successful. That's why they're going to continue to be successful, and also they're pivoting. They're able to pivot. Now all new Starbucks stores, if you see them, much smaller footprint. They renovated a lot of stores to take out a lot of seating because they understand that everything's on an app now. People just order, boom, come in, get out. So I know by me, all the stores are much, much smaller, especially the new ones. They're almost exclusively drive-through. Actually, a lot of the new stores, they're just drive-through. So they're able to pivot. They're able to think out of the box. That's another reason why Starbucks is so successful. They don't rest on, hey, yeah, we're Starbucks from 1995. That Starbucks is dead. And they got ahead of it. In many ways, they're leading the charge, Starbucks, so they get it. And also they sell in stores and things like that. You can really extrapolate this now, but I'm talking about just the store experience. But you could buy Starbucks coffee at your local supermarket. So, I mean, but again, that's another issue. But I'm talking about just in-store sales. They get it, and they have adapted, usually ahead of the curve. So kudos to them. But again, it's that experience, and an experience is thinking out of the box. It's more than just this. It's everything: feel, touch, smell. The Starbucks app, the way the app looks, the way the app sounds, the way the app, color scheme, everything. Starbucks gets it. So kudos to you, Starbucks. Yeah, I love you, Starbucks. I love you. And I'm not even getting paid to talk about Starbucks. You know what I mean? But it's a coffee that I like. I'm not going to say it's my number one. I don't want to give him a big head. But anyways, like I said, whether you love Starbucks or not, that's why they're successful. Everything I just said, and probably then some. Tell me what you think in the thoughts and your comments, and let me know. But otherwise, good luck with your small business. You got to think like the big boys and big girls to make our small businesses like similar. Okay, use their ethos, use their the way they think. Okay, it's an experience. No matter what you're selling, whether it's a widget or you're a shoe shiner, or you're a plumber, you're a doctor, you're a lawyer, you're a car mechanic, you can also use some of these bits and pieces that the big boys and big girls use, like Starbucks and McDonald's and Louis Vuitton, and we can take some of their experiences and their maps and some of their components and use it to benefit and help us to get our businesses sharper, better, bigger, and also serve our customers better. So anyways, thanks everybody for tuning in. Check back, another bunch of great shows. I want to know your comments, your thoughts. Okay. Thanks everybody. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm out of here.